talking to ourselves. Priscilla, Vicky had a birthday.
Yes, she did. I think we need to sing a song.
Ready, go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Vicky. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Couple of days late.
Sorry we're late, honey. We didn't know.
Let's see.
TikTok.
We'll do that. I don't know what's happening.
We've been here talking to ourselves. The Jeopardy song is playing in my head.
Still, that's very cruel to mention that song. What song? What am I missing? Apparently, I missed an entire conversation.
Jeopardy song, I guess.
So, you guys, I'm not really sure if you can tell what's going on behind us.
Yes.
Chuck, did we miss your birthday, Chuck?
Hi, Chuck.
Hi, Jerry. You made it.
Hi, Jerry.
So we obviously, you guys know, didn't get a video out Monday, but they're doing road work in front of where I live, and so
Hi,
you
Kevin.
get stuck.
Bonjour.
Hi, Kevin. You get stuck on the road for like an hour, and so when it was time to go into town, I just decided I didn't want to sit in traffic for an hour, so we did not put one up.
Nope. So it's not that we've been lazy. We've been working hard.
Really hard. And actually, right here behind us,
hi, Susan.
If you guys
Hi, Mama.
do not go see Scott and Olivia at Hidden Valley
Homestead.
Hidden Valley Homestead.
Not Hidden Valley Ranch.
Yeah. They are the best. He came over today and moved the RV for us.
Yeah, look, it's there. It's in the shade now.
From down under.
Hi,
Helmuth. How are you?
Australia.
Still?
Awesome.
So, we do have a topic for today. And it's so funny. Like, we come up with these topics because we'll be talking about something in the car. And then Kimmy's like, we should just go live right now and talk about this.
It's giving me an error. It won't let me.
Won't let you participate in the game.
Do we have any things on here? Moderators on here? No mods today?
What's happening?
It won't let me.
It won't let you show?
So, sorry, Kevin, your comment doesn't get shown because I can't allow it.
Aww.
But it's 10 a.m.
Darn it.
Down under.
Oh, wow. So we started out this morning. Well, we got the call from Scott yesterday, and he said that he was going to be in this area and that he'd pop up here and shift the RV for us.
Chuck, you better, because I'm the only mod right now.
And so we got up this morning and we moved a bunch of stuff. Oh, it looks like we froze. Okay, we're unfroze. So we moved a bunch of stuff, and then we weren't expecting him till like 5, and then at 3 he was like, hey, I'm done with my job. I'm at the end of your road. And so luckily we got a lot done this morning. We would not have been ready.
Thankfully.
Yes.
Because we would have missed the live if it was at 5.
Yeah, we would have had to redo the live. But
Hi, Alicia.
so we've got it moved, and we can see the whole front of the shipping container, and it's super exciting, and it looks really cool, and we're excited about being able to film better and just like that kind of stuff.
And we should get better service because we're closer to the end of the end of the world, the pretty view. And we get a really cool view from the front of the RV now.
Yes.
And the dockyard's now right in front of the RV.
Right in front of the RV, and we get the cross breezes. So
I say you have to behave. Because I'm the only mod. And would you rather me talk to you or be like cut people? Hi, Sandy.
Hey, Sandy. So, I think it was one of those things where I had asked you about getting past fear, moving past fear to do things. And I had asked you, would you have done this if I hadn't been up here?
And I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not, because I have never lived this life. I know nothing, and it would have been really, really difficult unless I had a partner, and Heather knows all the things. I learned so much from this
I know
lady.
enough of the things to get myself in trouble.
I've learned so much from this lady. Like, really, I am blessed to have her as like a mentor. So down the road, maybe I'll be able to do it.
And the thing, Yeah, Chuck, we're glad you chose us.
Oh, that's so
That's
sweet.
I'm still in fear mode with our property. Oh, we had a bear there a few days ago. Wow.
Holy Moses.
Wow, that's some wind.
I hope the bees are okay.
Moving some dust today. Um, so I had a friend of mine that we were talking about fear, and there are certain things that I've just like shut down on, or my anxiety will get super high. Same. And then I wig out, and Same. Nobody knows how to deal with me because they're like, wait, what? You like are always so mellow and just like da da da.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
She met us at the Okie homestead.
Oh, that's exciting.
Oh, the big scooter. I remember.
Hi.
So glad to see you, girl.
That's so cool. We're glad you're here. Flapping their wings so hard it's making the breeze. But what we really came down to was, for me, it was the fear of failure publicly. Like, I didn't want anybody to see me fail on something.
Yeah.
And, because it's not a big deal when you do something and nobody sees you and you fail at it and you're just like, well, nobody knows that happened. But when it's publicly, and that kind of thing, then that is terrifying. So we actually we broke it down. She's like, so what's the worst thing that would happen if you failed publicly? And I was like, people make fun of me. And she's like, okay, so what's the worst thing about that? It's like every answer that I gave her, she just kept asking, so what's the worst thing that happens with that I would be embarrassed? Okay, so what's so bad about being embarrassed? And it just was this huge like circle of things, and it basically came down to all of those things were very trivial. And who cares if we fail in front of publicly, which is why I started the YouTube channel, because who cares if I fail publicly? And again, failing, if you scientists fail many, many times before something actually gets done. And so it's only a failure if you quit.
Stop. Sorry, there's a spider right above you. Can I help
It wants to live on my head. Sure is. What you doing?
Hey, don't drop on her.
She doesn't like it because I smash them.
Don't drop on me either. Just come back. Come. Oh!
Hey, drop on her?
You're in my drink. Don't get in my drink.
Running fast. He's a fast one.
It's gone. It's
a
good.
fast spider.
Carry on.
So,
yeah, exactly.
That was exactly. I mean, that was but it's really easy to listen to that and see those things and be like, oh yeah, but they're talented or they're smart or they're this or they're that and they're not me. But then I had a bunch of people who, I'd post things on Facebook as far as I re-roofed my house, or I put up this fence, or I did this thing, and they were like, wow, you should totally have a YouTube channel. It was like 5 years before I ever started this channel that I had people saying you should do a YouTube channel because you're a woman and you're doing it by yourself and yada, 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 and that's inspiring, which gives me a lot of anxiety, because then I'm like, what if I fail? It's this big circle of things. So just kind of learning that.
You had to walk me through that too, because I struggled really hard.
She wanted to fight me.
I struggled really hard. I was like, I'm not interesting enough. Nobody wants to see anything of mine on YouTube because I'm not interesting. At least she knows all the things and has a building and has all these things. So I was like, what do I have to give to people? So
yeah, but the first part of the YouTube channel is just getting used to yourself on film, because you were still struggling with that.
Yeah.
And the sound of your voice on film. Like, I'm super nasally, and I don't feel like I usually am.
Deep
and
voice.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to read what everybody's saying. Trolls
only mention mistakes of others, so no one will notice their lack.
Yeah, it's very true. It's, again, that's very true. But when you're in an anxiety-based fear and somebody says something, that's exactly what you were afraid of. And it just is like, oh. And then you have to regroup yourself and say, I don't care that person feels that way, or I don't, It doesn't bother me, whatever, and that's hard.
Jackie, we all feel that way. Hate your voice on film.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you? You did.
I do.
did.
I listen to myself and I'm like, I don't have a nasally voice.
I always think I have a deep
What
voice.
is with that?
But see, she has this beautiful laugh, like melodious,
which I think is dorky.
laugh. And then when I laugh, I'm like, I'm like, I hate my laugh. But whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter.
Vicky, that took a really long time to be okay with seeing myself on film. And again, hi Robert, you made it. I still haven't made you a mod yet.
You're a little late, buddy. You're a little.
I can't.
10 minutes.
I can't do it on my phone while we're live because we're on this camera.
So far, I'm still the only mod.
I forgot what I was saying.
Voice. Seeing yourself on film.
Oh, the first few videos, I literally was like, I can't do this. I don't want myself on film. But then I literally made a decision. Okay, if I don't like what I look like, then I can control that. That's something that I can control. I can, I either need to care enough to quit complaining about it and do something about it, or I need to quit complaining about it. And that was a really hard talk I had to have with myself.
Yeah.
Because, there are so many things that I have not gone and done because, thanks, Robert, because of the fear of failing in front of someone, somebody making fun of me, somebody that I don't like watching me from the sidelines and critiquing me and making fun of in a private, to their friends or whatever. Like, that was something that bothered me a lot. I do have to say that I'm really, really glad that I got to this space where I understand when someone's doing that, that's not about me, that's about them and their insecurities, and that to just not let it bother me. That's a big space for me to get into.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That fear carries over though on I know a lot of ladies struggle with weight and such, and you have that fear for photographs, and down the road you regret it because you regret that you've lost those memories or those times. So
Jerry, the haters thing was a really big deal for me. I had gone through a pretty nasty breakup. Well, I guess the breakup wasn't bad. It just packed up and left. But that after space, that year after, was a lot of drama, and pretty much in my whole little town. And so giving those people access to me in my private space was probably the biggest fear that I had for starting this.
Yes.
And
we've heard that from other channels.
Yes, from a lot of other channels.
There was, a couple specific people that said, I'm not doing YouTube because of somebody in the past.
Yeah, because of their past coming up and finding them and haunting them. But I have to say, the biggest thing that pushed me on was my grandkids. So giving them this front row seat to things that they weren't going to remember later on. Like, they could watch videos of all of this going together and all of this, when it's all done and they're living here and, their house is down the way a bit and all of those things, that it would be fun. My grandpa built houses, and I would have loved to been able to follow him around behind a camera and watch that. And so that was what made me say, I don't care that somebody who doesn't like me or somebody who has bad intentions towards me is watching. I don't care, because that's about them, not about me. That was the biggest lesson that I had to learn, was that when someone is in that space, that is about them. Even though it feels very personal and very aggressive to you and very emotional and all of those things and very hurtful, it's really not about me. It's about them. That was the biggest thing for me to learn. And I let so many people control my personal world from just because of that.
Yeah. I think you made a really good point though, as far as like your grandkids and such, because I would do anything I could to be able to, hear my grandma's voice again or see my grandma again, even if it's just on film. So having that and seeing this land raw,
Right.
and then what it becomes when they're older,
Yeah.
will be an amazing thing for the grandbabies.
Yeah.
So
And I think the other thing is I've watched many other people that are many other women on channels that are all different sizes, right? And I never look at those people as, oh, she's let herself go. I never think anything negative. I'm always like, you get it, girl. Like, I am like so excited for them doing the thing that they're doing and being happy and all of those things. And I don't know why I don't feel like people would think that about me, that they would only think that I should never wear spandex in public. Yoga pants should not be worn by me. Like, that's like, why is it that I do that with myself? And I feel like a lot of us do that. And I feel like that is what we use to keep ourselves from get in that fear, shoved down into that fear space.
Bob, yes, we are back in Samson. It was too windy to do it outside, and the car, it's just too hard to see, so we're sitting in the truck. Yes, thumbs up. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, and we got the we're pretty excited because we're right by the RV now, and we've got good signal. So this shift of the RV, I think, is going to help out a lot with a lot of stuff. As far as
We'll find out tonight when
Hi,
we
Carol.
try to get on Facebook and stuff.
Hey, Kelly.
And we'll see if it's
Oh,
scrolling.
You're homesick, girl. I'm sorry.
She's been sick. You were sick at the last meeting, so
Not feeling well. Yeah.
I'm sorry, honey.
Is he getting worse?
I don't judge. I either like someone or I move on, but I don't judge them mostly.
Mostly.
That's good. I try to be like Jesus and love everybody, even if you make me mad. I try to find the good.
There are those some people that I just meet them and I want nothing to do with them, and I can't fake it. Like, I am not. I can't.
I always try to find the good.
Oh, well. Sometimes the good is they don't live near me.
Oh,
it's
Kelly.
a neck thing. Oh, that's right. I remember, Kelly, you talking about that.
Sorry, honey.
Yeah, and then we were going to sit out at the edge of the world, but the wind is too bad, so you guys wouldn't have been able to hear us, and my hat would have blown away, and I'm having a bad hair day.
I'll put the window down, and you guys can see here in a second. It's like we're having gusts.
Big gusts.
Big gusts.
So,
you hold a grudge, too.
Yeah. I don't know. Well,
he can't fake it either.
I don't even want. I can't. My face will not let me.
I have a hard time at first that, like, if you see, like, I can't hide that initial, but then I can hide after that.
I can't, and I will have like physical reactions to people. There's, I couldn't.
Colleen.
Hi, Colleen.
I pray that it's gone, honey.
Me too. Sawmill, just saying. So we need to get our logs moved over there. We'd love to be on the sawmill right now because we have a lot of stuff to mill before September, before our barn raising. And if my son's business has kind of taken off and he's doing some stuff for the state, and so roads and stuff, and so the machine has not been able to come up here. Speaking in public overcrowd, so we haven't been able to move them. I didn't get to read all that. I'd like to read that.
Ruby's?
Like to hear, yeah.
My fear was speaking in public to a crowd. What got me over it was I was an area captain for my weight loss group. Once a year we had a convention for all of Texas. Wow.
That's really cool. Yeah, I've done the practice, like, pretend everybody's naked. That just weirds me out. Can't do that one.
No.
In front of crowds. I have to say, being a police officer completely got me past being self-conscious in crowds, because I just get bossy and I tell people what to do.
And I personally think it changed me. it made me more introverted and not trusting. So
Oh, well, definitely. But I already had that issue.
yeah, so
I already had that
I mean, like
issue.
after I got out of the military,
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about that.
But I could get in front of a crowd and talk to people. But what happens is I lose my comical side, and I become very type A and very like so
She gets man brain.
I
Just saying.
well, I've shared my sobriety story a few times in groups, and you have to get up there and just kind of tell your story, and you know, so that definitely gets you past it. In staging 1,500 people. Wow. That's huge. That's big.
Bob.
I didn't.
Is it too bad? The bad part is when you decide to just pretend everyone's naked, but they really are because you're at a nudist colony.
That would be uncomfortable.
That's when you look them in the eyes.
Yes.
Only the eyes.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
yep. Yeah.
Dude, you too. Still. Tigger Bob. That's a little sketchy.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
We're glad you made it.
Yes, we really are.
So, other than this, like, what was the process for you then, Kimmy, when you were just like, other than me pushing you and you wanting to stab me in the face? Because that was a thing.
What was my motivator?
Mm-hmm. What made you decide to just say, okay, I'm going to do it?
Well,
I'm afraid of doing this, but I'm going to just do it.
It's going to sound terrible. Honestly, it was because I didn't want to go back to work full time.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be able to have an income, and I know that it takes years to get to that point. And I was like, you know, we have been going to YouTube meetups, and they always say, you know, when should you have started? Yesterday. When should you have started? Yesterday. And yes, she kept getting on me, but I just was like, I just didn't know what my content would be. And it really took me getting the B's or getting almost to the B's. And then I was like, at least I have something now that I can talk about. So that was mostly it. Was, you know, to be able to have my own little thing, you know.
Would you say it's a man thing then? Oh, the nudist beaches? Yeah, it's probably a man thing. A reason is a reason, no worries. Exactly, Alicia. You know, that's the thing. Whatever it takes to get you to move past that thing, I feel like is what you should do. Like for me, it was my grandkids of wanting to, I mean, one is definitely an income, and two is my grandkids, wanting them to see what this was all about. Mm-hmm. What's just scarier, going off grid or starting your YouTube channel? Okay, let me answer that one in a second. But taking whatever that is and giving that more space in your head versus someone that I don't like is going to see this and then they're going to make fun of me behind closed doors that I'm never even going to hear. Like, I mean, because that's really is what it is.
So I had that fear on like Facebook with all my peers and stuff. I had not been on Facebook for a while, and I got back on it, and I did not want to announce to everybody I was doing YouTube, and I didn't want to announce to everybody that, you know, I was doing Heather's YouTube too, because I didn't want people to see me. I didn't want, there was that fear of judgment. But over the past year, it's been almost a year for me that I've been off grid and doing this. And over that year, I have changed completely. I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know, the one thing that I had to realize is that being a kind, considerate person and was more important to me than being skinny and beautiful in a bikini. Do you know what I mean? And when I like really made that decision of, you know what, I'm really a nice person.
She doesn't like you, so
I'm really a good person. And I really try, even with the people that I don't like. I'll still be like, I don't know why I don't like this person. Something about them rubs me the wrong way, but I'm not going to go out of my way and be hateful and mean to them because I choose not to be that kind of person. And so, again, making that, it really is a choice. It really is a decision. It's scary. It's still in your, all of those things, but just stepping out and doing it. So Robert asked if it was more scary to go off grid or doing YouTube. I would have to say YouTube. Oh, yay! Thank you. So, doing
it.
YouTube was way more scarier because you can plug the RV into a generator and that's not a big deal. So, adding a member for 5 months. She's been a member for 5 months. This is her 5 months anniversary.
Ooh, count
so
to
that's
52.
actually really exciting.
That is amazing.
So that wasn't a big deal once I learned what a generator was all about, because I'd never used a generator for anything ever. I'd always been able to just plug things in.
So what you guys may not know was last year, Heather didn't even know how to use a chainsaw. So
no, I'd had a couple people show me. I could never get it started. Hey, Tim. Yeah,
Hi.
YouTube's way harder because I had to learn how to had to learn how to film. I had to learn how to use
a computer,
transfer that stuff to the computer, learn how to use the editing thing. There was so much behind learning that. I do have to say that setting up the solar stuff that I have definitely is causing me anxiety. What I do is as soon as I find something that does that to me, I stop and go, okay, so what is it about this? What am I afraid of? I have those core questions, what's going on here? I'm in fear. Why am I in fear? I'm in fear to fail. Okay, so if I fail at this, will this blow up and kill me? Yeah. Or am I just going to look silly or whatever? Or, so what I mean, I just continue to ask myself those questions until I get to that point of, okay, I'm just going to go do this, because even if I mess it up, it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, that's, kind of the whole thing behind it.
I would say also for me that the being off grid wasn't such a big deal, surprisingly from a city girl, but the YouTube definitely has been harder. Mm-hmm. And I've been doing it now for a couple of months, and as far as like my channel, just my mm-hmm. channel, and I'm a lot more comfortable and it's a lot easier now. So I would say just do it. Just do it.
So I tried filming the well drilling, and after 5 minutes, 10 seconds, I was like, nope. It's a big deal. So when I was really trying to film myself and do the things and get the things done, if you have all day to do one thing and set up a camera and move it around and do all that stuff, probably not that big of a deal. But when you're trying to get stuff done, film, it's really hard. And it takes 3 times longer to do absolutely everything. And that was why I was really just like, hey, Kim, why don't you come up here and just run the camera? Because she was like, I don't know how to do any of those things. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Just move the camera around for me. Like, that's it. That's all I need you to do. And because the difficulty of that, there are people that do it and they have great channels and they take that time and they do that thing. But there were specific things that I needed to get done here within a certain amount of time, so filming it and doing it at the same time, but then I think if I also would have just said, okay, you're going to be in an RV for 3 years, period. It's going to happen. Don't try to make it any faster. Maybe I would have looked at things a little bit differently, but it's still really nice having someone else move the camera around. Mm-hmm. And now we divide and conquer that because we're both able to work and do the stuff. Yeah. And it's especially, I know when I want to time lapse things and I'm like, I'm just going to time lapse this. We're going to set it and move it around. Yep. If you're next to it, you grab the camera and you move it. But once you've done it and you've done the process of it, you definitely know the things that you're going to time lapse no matter what. You're like, this is going to be time lapsed footage.
Well, and it's important, I would say, for me as a learning thing from brand new, it's important if there's 2 of you guys working on something that the one person watches the other person who edits. Yeah. Because you really do understand things a lot better by how they edit things. Okay, I need to film a certain way. Right. And there's times that it's like really important that she and I communicate really well on what we want and such.
Yeah, because there's specific things, like when we were going through, there was a phase where we were like, I was cutting things where it was like, da, 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 da. There's one where Kira and I went into town, and literally you just see key go in the car, door open, door closed,
Yep.
in and out, bag, and so it was like this huge amount of footage that was just cut. It was really cool. I liked it. Apparently, that's not people don't do that anymore.
like it
I
too.
loved it. I
Me
love
too.
it. I love watching it. I
Me
love
too.
like everything about it. And so there's like a whole bunch of footage that you don't need, and it's a waste of time to have, and editing already takes so long.
So if you can film to edit, it's
Yes,
amazing.
That's the key.
It is.
We did get some sun. I am a little bit sunburnt.
Yeah, same.
And dehydrated.
Priscilla, I am so impressed, honey. Like,
Yes.
you have like taken the bull by the horns, and I say, you go, girl. You are amazing.
So apparently we're talking about a excavator.
Robert rented one, a dingo. He sent pictures for 5 hours a day. Feels like he rode a bucking bronco all day.
It's the one you stand on, because my son has one of those, and I rode it once, and I'm like, no, I can't. I have PTSD.
Creating man critters.
Just cannot. And it does. It bounces
a
you.
mini excavator you ride on the back step.
Yes. Yeah. My son has one of those, and he brought it up here for me to do something, and I was like, I don't like that one. Can we not?
I think that might be fun. I would like it.
I don't like being jostled.
I love it
at all.
Like in the truck when I'm driving, she's like, and I'm like,
like dying over here. I just cannot.
I would love to go 4-wheel driving, like in the mud and muck.
No.
And she's like, no, thank you.
Nope. It's a jostle thing. It's part of my PTSD. I didn't have it before military. I have it now.
I love it.
So that one I didn't like. Kira loved that one. She got to ride that one because I actually couldn't. It actually full on triggered me. I was in tears. I couldn't do it. And she took it over and was doing it. And she loved it.
Still same. Our mini excavator is a shovel.
It is a shovel.
We have been hand clearing that whole garden space.
Yeah.
And it feels like years.
It does.
So like that's all doing it.
But this week,
yes.
Exactly.
The older you get, the less you want your bones grinding.
That's
together.
A real thing.
4x4 lady. Yep. I don't know if Heather's
Heather is not a luxury car girl.
She definitely is
I
not.
just want to drive. I want to be the driver. I do not like being the passenger. I hate it. I hate it with every piece of my soul. Hates being a passenger. I like being the driver, but it's a control thing. So how are the tomatoes doing? They are ready to get in the ground.
They're still great.
They're still doing good. They're growing.
They look lovely.
Yeah, our little greenhouse
we lost
from
one.
Walmart did really well, and it continued it on, and the red solo cups worked really well, but they are definitely ready to get out of those.
I think we only lost one in the red solo cups.
I think so.
We're amazing.
Yeah, we did great job.
We did great.
We are transplanting queens.
It's turning over your trust into another person.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely is. So funny story about something like that. I had a psychiatrist tell me that I don't trust people. I said, what do you mean I don't trust people? I drove here. And he was like, what does that have to do about anything? I said, I got into a vehicle. I went 70 miles down the road where other people were coming the other direction going 70 miles an hour on a road. If that's not a trust exercise, I don't know what is. I'm going to go fill my tea. I'll be right back. It's all you, Kimmy.
All right. Okay, now we can talk about Heather. So say all you want. RB Story, Ronnie and Bethany. Hi. Let's see. Still, garlic. Garlic is great. It's not in the ground yet. We're still working on the garden. So we got everything cleared. We put down some fabric. We're building the beds now. We have the goats contained. We have the chickens contained, all except for one that keeps escaping, which is fine because she's kind of our pet chicken anyways. But as soon as we get those beds finished, then we will get that garlic in the ground. So, did I get my truck fixed? No, I have not. I need to go down and get it plugged in and figure out exactly what is wrong with it. I've had a little bit of anxiety with that. Every time I go, like, I don't know what to say or what to ask, or and the problem I have is when I am in a situation like that, I get really bad anxiety. And so usually I have to have somebody with me. And so I've been kind of procrastinating that because of that. So soon we have to, because we're almost out of water, and we have to have the truck to get water.
Woo!
Are you taking a shower?
I did with tea, and I stole the rest of the brownie.
I'll come up Thursday with my code reader. Oh, that would be so sweet.
I don't think it's a code thing. It's a joint thing.
A CV something joint is what Darla or Randy thinks. So,
Samson has a bum elbow.
Still wants a tour of the property and explain where things are again.
Okay.
We could do that. Ronnie and Brittany, our B story is new and says hi.
Write down what you want to say, Kimmy. We did move the RV. It's behind us, Robert.
I know, but then they ask you more and more questions, and then that's where the anxiety comes from. Like, she had me go in with the chainsaw, and she's like, it's simple. Just tell him you want this chain for that saw. And I was like, okay. And then he started asking me questions. And I'm like, okay, I'm texting her. My anxiety is up to an 8 now. Like, I
He's
don't,
talking to
like,
me.
I'm on the verge of tears. Like, I don't know what to say, you know? So it's a stupid thing, but it's a real thing that I deal with. So who are we going to see next month? What do you mean? Oh, Christina, another new name.
Oh, hi, Christina.
I want to thank
Hey,
you
Mary.
for that. And Kimmy, when will you be doing the bees again? I've learned so much from you all. That's so sweet. Thank you very much. I have some bee footage coming out on Monday. Unfortunately, my camera overheated because it was very warm outside, and it shut off.
Day it was like 90 degrees, wasn't it?
It was 87, and my camera shut off in the middle of it. And it's more important to take care of the bees as quick as possible, so I just went ahead and continued on. So, but it's still a good video, so I would love it if you guys watched it on Monday.
Yeah, who is all coming to the meetup? They are sold. We are sold. We are booked. There's no more space.
Yeah, I got booked up.
If you want in, you have to marry one of us.
Wow.
Almost spit my teeth.
Oh, you harvested honey. So
ooh, that's exciting.
Is this, how long have you had your bees?
No, I saw that video. We're really hoping for better service up here so we can actually go back to watching people's videos. There's a
wait, what?
Our meetup is sold out. We only had enough space. The issue is parking, so there's only so much parking, so we only allowed, like, I don't know, 300 people. 8 years. You got all kinds of info.
Helmuth. A celebrating couple with continuous audio with bulk of gear and wanting continuity did not at that time move around. Got criticized for not having enough crowd cover during vows. Sad, but tried.
Is this what, for a wedding?
That's what it sounds like.
Awesome. Videoing it. You were videoing it. That would be hard. One of the coolest things I ever saw at a wedding was where they put a ton of those little disposable cameras on every single table, so everybody got to take pictures. So they had tons of pictures.
I've seen those.
And then the videos, that was the best.
Yeah. Yep.
That was the best. But you know, I do have to say, like, there's
8 years. Wow.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of learning behind just taking footage. You think it would be easy to just set your camera and film what you're doing, but it's not. I mean, I got criticized for your camera's over here and I can't see what you're doing. All I see is your back. Well, because I had to turn for some reason, and then I didn't think, oh, let me move my camera around, kind of thing. You know, but I do a lot of watching. I can't even watch a commercial now without being like, oh, how did they film that? Like, that's cool, or I like that, or whatever. And then trying to figure that out, and how can I bring that into a video that we're doing. Like, I'm actually getting ready to do a cooking video, and I want it to be a specific way. And so Stu hasn't died yet, because I want this to be like a specific way. Yeah. And so you know, because we're actually going to be cooking him in the ground. So we're where you heat up the rocks and you do all that kind of stuff, and you do all that.
Couple things. Robert says, is the timing for the wedding flexible or is it on the meetup schedule? And then Anna says, who does like male goats? They pee on their faces.
They really do. You know, there was a comment that was mentioned
Mayo.
underneath her video about the odor not being a big deal. And some people, like, I'm super sensitive. Other people are not. And so maybe
Yeah.
it doesn't bother them as much. But I mean, I could be in the grocery store and someone messed with their male goat and I'm going to smell it on them. Like, I'm that sensitive. Apparently, I should have been a drug dog.
Let's see. Heather would never leave Kimmy, right? That's what Robert says.
Well, Kimmy and I are not married.
Chuck
so
says, I've been a very good boy. Helmu says, sad that seems to be the one critical element so many are having problems with. So many lose video from camera shutdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. Exactly.
I had actually, in the beginning, I didn't have time to edit and I was still learning and I was like, I'm just going to take the footage and then I'll edit it later. And in transferring from the camera, so GoPros, and I had
oh no,
a Canon camera, I messed up the footage and instead of, I was trying to put it directly into my computer and my computer was saying, no, you didn't format it, so there's nothing on there. Well, come to find out, I needed to transfer it while the chip was in the camera, and then I could have done it. So I lost 2 months worth of footage because of that.
So terrible.
You know, but you learn. The thing is yeah, I didn't get it. The piers being poured, didn't get any of that footage because that was all in all of that. And it just is what it is.
Hi, Ogden. New person.
Hi, welcome.
Tim says, Anna, we picked up our bucks yesterday and they were not only peeing all over themselves, but were stomping on their jewels.
Yeah.
They are strange animals, but we hope to get 4 to 6 kids out of it.
They really are.
It is a strong smell.
Are you going to let them breed your girls and then get rid of them, or are you going to keep them on property? And your wife makes the goat's milk soap and all of that kind of stuff, right, Tim? We posted it. Pretty sure that's all goat's milk soap. A lot of commercial works use multiple cameras and staff only operating the cameras. Exactly. So we have actually 3 GoPros and I have a Canon camera, and then we both have, and then I actually have 2 cell phone cameras, and then she has hers. So we really could, that was my other idea. If she didn't come, that was the other thing that was going to happen, was I was just going to be setting up cameras everywhere, so I got all the different footage. The thing with that is you will be editing.
It takes a long
for a
time
week
to edit.
You know, the people that I know that do that, they edit for a week. They put one video out, and you have to go through all of that footage. So if you have 5 hours of footage on each camera, you now have 15-20 hours worth of footage that you have to sync up, and then you have to go through and edit it. So you have to decide.
RB Story has a channel. It looks like RB Story. They record with their phones. Multiple cameras take forever to edit.
Exactly. That's it, exactly.
Because I've had this issue with the bees 3 times now. 2 times just because my camera was full, and then the 3rd time was the heat. I think I've decided I'm going to do a GoPro on my chest, and then also do the camera at the same time. So the regular camera, just so I have a backup.
The sun is melting this side of my body.
Oh no!
I have to get it off of me.
Oh no!
I'm gonna put up a block here.
I can pull forward into the shade a little more.
No, it's fine because we have signal right here. You know how that goes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, roll it up.
Oh, fingers?
Well, that's down.
I
Go.
didn't do it.
I'll pull my fingers out.
It's not me doing it.
What's happening?
It's
Samson?
it probably notices
It's got a
in the window.
sensor. Dang,
homesteading here in California, wheat garden, all kind of stuff. Well, that's cool.
That's super cool.
That is really cool.
So it won't. It's dumb. Okay, that's what we're gonna do.
My friend ended up last month separating his males and his females from each other. I hope they're pretty far away because, man, you still get that goaty smell.
The only time I've ever had goat flavored milk is when I had a buck on the property, and I had him there to breed everybody, and I didn't know how to process yet, and it was the very first time. That's much better.
Oh, that would be cool.
The very first time that I'd ever had it, and so I was milking with a buck on the property, and it literally tasted like you licked a buck, and that's disgusting.
I cannot.
Couldn't do it. And it took. I gave her a bath, and then I got rid of him, and it took probably a couple of weeks of getting everything milked out of her. So maybe it wasn't that long. Hi, Tim.
How do you keep your goats from backing up and charging you when you're working? You hand feed them?
I don't know if they like us.
You bottle feed them so they're friendly?
Yeah, you start them young. And that's why the other reason why I like pulling babies early and bottle feeding them. Because you don't always have to shove a bottle at them. We did a bottle for a little bit of time, and then we got them drinking out of a bucket. I think we'd had them a week, and they were drinking out of a bucket.
The first time we saw them drink out of a bucket to get water, we were like, yeah, hallelujah.
Yeah.
Because
then you just get to go and dump the water in there. The milk in there. Yeah, then they're just like dogs. So, but they definitely get in the way. Bud has butted me in the eye, and I knew I was gonna have a big giant eye. Kim actually thought he horned me in the eye, like his horn went in my eye, but it went right above it on my eyebrow, and I possibly said bad words.
Possibly. You tie a rooster on their back.
Is that how you do it?
Chuck, I would love to get a helmet that I put a GoPro camera on for my bees. That would be really cool.
So I have it's not a helmet, it's just a head thing, a head harness, and I have two chest harnesses. But I don't like using the chest harnesses because, especially if you're filming yourself at all, because for girls it just doesn't look good unless you have a big jacket on over.
I may have to do it for the bees.
That. Yeah.
So, Chris is in the house. Hi, Chris.
The polished results do not use many people to process it all, but at recording time, it's gone.
The dedicated camera operations are of critical items the personal YouTuber is lacking.
You're right. I mean, and that again is why I asked Kim to come up and be like, can you just video? And I know in the beginning she was like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just standing here. And she was getting frustrated. I'm like, no, it is just as important to have it filmed that it is to do the work.
Okay. What it was I had injured myself. I had broke my rib. And these two girls were struggling, carrying all this heavy stuff. And I was like, I am useless. And I was feeling sorry for myself. And I was like, I am not worthy. And I have not earned my keep. So that's what it was. But I'm totally over it now.
Yeah. Those cameras would be tiny. So, yes, definitely having one person. But then, let's just say Wild Wonderful Off Grid, she does all the camera work, I guess, but they're both working and doing. So once you there's a whole different way to film when you're filming yourself or you're filming and working versus when you're just doing the filming. Like you have to stop and okay, wait, let's move the camera, let's get it adjusted, let's do all those things. And it really is you can't want to get through anything fast. I know there's a lot of people that have kind of given us a hard time about we don't get much done or whatever, it takes us forever to do everything, but that's because we were putting out daily content. You weren't getting a week's worth of work, you were getting 1 day's worth of work. And when you're filming, it's 3 times longer. I don't care what it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
And then add on to, I'm trying to learn how to do the things. Do we have enough gas in the truck to run the air conditioning?
No. Darn it. I mean, we could try. You're
I'm dying. It doesn't like my thing in there. Well, you won't be smashing children. Did you get a haircut this week? Is that why no video? You're wearing your hat in the house. I did not cut my hair. It's still here. How's that?
Robert, I am wearing my bee stuff. You'll see on Monday.
Yeah, Tim, you guys have that where you guys built a lot, but you also, I don't know, had your whole family helping out. I don't know what you want to put out on here. So I'm not saying anything. Never mind. Zip.
And the other Tim, Virgo, you're going to get critics no matter what you do. True.
That's true. That's true. And then, realizing.
That's how you know you've made the big time.
Exactly.
When
Bite
you start
me.
getting that.
Carol. Bite me.
When you start getting the trolls, that's when you're like, okay,
you're like, hey, I made it. Today was the last day of school for my son. Now planning a trip to Anacortes, Washington. What? That's so exciting.
That's right by us.
I actually lived in Anacortes for 3 years.
Yeah.
It's beautiful over there.
That's
You'll
where
love it. You'll have a
Kira
great
lived
time.
too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kira was there for a really long time. You're going to love it over there. It's beautiful. Yay, Priscilla.
It's awesome.
That's cool you guys have hooked up.
Yes. That is really cool. So you guys are close. I'm taking it. So that's really neat.
I was telling Kim a story about getting we haven't even gotten it started yet. So the barn garage are going up in September. We're having our barn raising. And once that is up, then we'll be setting up everything for the collection. I do have a question for you though. Your gutters, and I need to probably just go back and watch your video, but your gutters, you guys get as much snow as we do. Like, how are they not pulling off? I had someone else talk about that they weren't even going to put gutters up and they weren't going to do rain collection because in this area, they get pulled off from the amount of snow. So, curious.
Anna says, random question, can you make butter from goat's milk?
Yes, you can.
Is it tasty?
There will be a little bit more of a flavor of goat, depending upon your type of goat. And different goats have higher fat content than others, and you actually need a cream separator in order to separate the milk from your cream so that you can get enough to do milk.
So wants to know when it's going to snow up here. When does it start snowing up here?
Snow? Still?
Uh-huh.
Shush your mouth, man. We are not talking about snow yet.
Helmut says teamwork, so the teams remain as a group, understanding each other's ways and targets.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, and it's like she knows, like, once I start doing something, she's like, okay, do you want a close up? Do you want she knows exactly what I'm going to want because of how she's been watching me edit. And after a year of saying, I want this, I want that. And so we've just decided to change a little bit, or I have, and now we're all trying to figure it out, but changing things a little bit different. So we're back to, I want this close up, then I want you far away, and then I want you at a different angle. And so I'm trying to add a lot more movement into, screwing a screw into a board. It's like a lot. It can get very boring. So there's, a lot of things that it's like, this is repetitive. We've been doing this for 2 weeks now. We need to make it fun to watch for people.
Where people don't revolt and say,
exactly.
Okay, we're not going to watch this anymore.
Just stop
We totally felt that with the shipping container when we were trying to level it. We're like,
here we go again.
Yeah,
but we were doing daily videos then too, weren't we? So it's one of those things of it. Maybe it took us a week to get it leveled because it kept trying to fall on us. But
Anna, we're not that kind of channel, honey. She says more booty shots.
Oh, that's not happening. It's not happening.
What's for dinner tonight? Water with a side of ice, almonds, and water.
We had a giant cheat night the other night, and it's taken me into 2 days because we had brownies and I ate them all and ice cream.
And we had a big lunch. We had taco salad, so we're good.
We did, yeah. So,
Vicky, girl.
Beautiful, intelligent eyes. Exactly, Anna.
Thank you, Anna.
Yeah, and that's another thing you got to make a decision on. What do you want to put out there? Robert, even I don't ask for that.
Vicky said outdoor shower pics. I don't think she meant of us. I think she meant of the shower.
We haven't built it yet. We're actually
Get your mind out of the gutter, Kimmy.
we're actually working on the greenhouse this week. So
Yes. Chris,
we got the
says
orchard
last
in.
comment. I danced with Vela Luca Croatian folklore group in the 80s. What?
That's fun.
Yeah. That's so funny. Shower pics. No. That's a hard no.
That's a hard no. That's funny.
So for those of you guys that came in late, we're talking about fear.
Right.
And what how to overcome fear or how we overcame certain fears and
yes, and I agree.
And how to get past things.
Yeah.
And what you're fearful of.
If you build it, they will come. It's a good movie.
Yes. Yes, Anna, this land next to us.
Yeah, we drive by it and we're like, Anna could live there.
Yes. Oh,
be our
that would
neighbor.
be so
It'd be so amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if the air conditioner's working.
It is working.
I'm hot.
Do you have your vents open?
Yes,
Both of
I
them?
even checked them, and I even put it on me.
Then here, let's do this.
Oh, that's so much better. There we go.
I was just trying to conserve the gas.
I do not sweat like a girl. I
We
sweat
pray
like
about
a
it
man.
too, honey. I've been praying about it too, Anna. Get Anna out here, because that would be amazing.
No scraps. I have a perfect plans for a good off-grid shower. We do too.
Based on only using dimensional lumber. Nice.
Yeah.
Kelly, you're a little bit far away.
You
We
are
want
too
Anna
far
right
away.
next to us. You turned
To
down
touch
Chip and Dale's.
Dale's.
Oh, I have Blair. Overcoming fear is preparation and having a plan B. Exactly, and a plan C and a plan D.
Yeah,
All of those things.
being completely okay that
Hi, Carl.
it's probably not going to go the way you want it to. And I am absolutely fine looking ridiculous okay, so I did have someone comment when we were doing the video for putting in one of the windows in the shipping container, and we had filmed it as almost a tutorial of this is how you put in the window. Well, I didn't have any other footage of anything. Like, we didn't do any extra thing. It was like, this is our third one. This is not a big deal. And then I messed it up. And it was like, crap. Now what do we do? Like, and I had someone email me and mention that about it, how embarrassing that must have been. And I was like, it's really not. It's because my ego is not wrapped up in looking perfect. My ego is reality, and this is really what happens. And now what do you do? Like, what's the next step after that, after you completely mess up or whatever?
That particular person liked to push buttons anyways. Helmut says, for work advertisement, I had to participate as an actor. It was an 8-hour job for 10-second segments of 60-second commercials. Total crew, 55 people involved.
Wow.
Bye, Tim. Tim's got to go.
Bye, Tim. Thanks
Let
for
me
hanging
know
out.
when you get to your water setup.
I will.
Happy to help.
I will.
You should check his out. He has an amazing water catch.
If you guys haven't been over to Fifth Journey, their build totally. Tim, go ahead and leave because we're going to talk about you. Their whole build and all of their stuff is so cool. So if you're not over there, you need to go over there to Fifth Journey Off-Grid Homestead. Look them up. We put a couple of links. They were at Okie Homestead, and we put a link to theirs. So go back to that video if you can't find them. But his whole thing,
and it's Fifth Journey, like the number 5 TH.
Yeah, they've got a whole great thing.
Can't
going
leave
on
now. You were supposed to leave so we could talk about you.
And we met them in person, and they're wonderful.
Oh, they're
wonderful
both
people.
lovely.
I just love them.
Yes.
It's good people.
Yes.
Good people.
I was getting a glare. I had to hold it now.
One of the other things about they owe me 25 minutes.
Still, I don't know. You didn't show up.
You
the
didn't
other day.
show up, and we did a long live.
Yep. We did an extra long live.
Natalie's calling. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, Natalie. See you later.
See you later. So, that's you just subbed.
Good job, Robert.
Robert. They're amazing. They're doing like some super, super cool stuff.
They really are.
Let them know that we sent you.
Those days that Heather doesn't put videos out, you can go over and watch them.
Go over and watch them. That's, I think, so getting over this fear of doing YouTube, getting over this fear of putting, our whole entire lives out there for the public to critique. The biggest thing that has happened as far as the positive is the friends, because like Tim and Natalie, I've been watching his videos a little bit because he has a really good water containment system and he's got it all set up and he's worked out all the kinks, and so I'd kind of been watching his stuff. And then when I got to meet them when I found out he was going to the Okie homestead, I got so excited because I was like, these are really cool people, and oh man, I hope they are who they are on camera, and they are. So we got to meet up with them there, and then we were going to go back to their place, and he was going to give me a tour and like show me some things. But that was when we woke up at 3 a.m. and were wide awake and just decided to take off. And so,
because I was anxious to see my kids, my boy,
her son leaving.
Deploy, so
yeah, but that has been, and Sean and Brandy and that whole group, getting to meet these people, because we moved through that fear of that, and then getting that, this is the bonus. We get to meet these people that we otherwise would not have met, that are very like-minded, that are doing things very similar to us, that can help and learn off of, and like seeing someone's trial and error and what worked and what didn't is going to save me money, so that I'm not turning around trying to do the same thing they did that didn't work. So
exactly,
I absolutely think that it was worth it. How's keto going?
I lost 3 this week.
Yeah, I lost 2.
So, and that's even with the treat day.
Oh, R&B, Ronnie and Brittany, thanks for hanging out with us. I'm glad you found us too.
Yes, it was so cool talking with you guys.
Yeah. No new videos. They are super busy. Those people do not stop. Darla and Randy do not stop. They work. Darla says that Randy's making her work hard. That he doesn't know he's retired. And so they've
had some family things going on
stuff
too.
going on, and this is the thing, when until you have your 1,000 subscribers and your 4,000 minutes, you don't make any money at this.
Oh, you gotta hear this. Just Jerry says, a while back I was trying to tell my mom something about you and ended up just saying my friend. She was so confused by my ability to interact with a TV show. We are friends.
We are friends, and I love that.
Ooh, Priscilla gets to go to Roots and Refuge in November.
That's so cool.
And she wishes she could go to the Oklahoma for the Video Creator United. Us too.
Yeah.
Man, we would love that.
Yeah.
If we have any benefactors, we are very nice, and we would be more than happy to go to those.
Yeah, exactly, right? There's, okay, so there's a couple of things financially going, but...
Good job, Kelly.
Also, but Priscilla, you need to tell her to come to our channel, because we love Jess. I love Jess. I've been watching Jess for a long time, and she is such... I love the way that she's a great storyteller, and she's really good at...
She can draw you in.
Yes. So you're going to have such a great time. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, Kelly. Kelly lost weight. That's awesome.
Yes. That's exciting.
Yep.
That's exciting. Okay, so this fear comment thing still goes in with even dieting, because
you are blessed, Priscilla.
There's a thing about being comfortable enough in your... So I have used weight to keep people away from me. For those of you that don't know, I was assaulted. And so it's easier to just be heavy and not attractive, and then people don't approach you. So that's a thing. So losing weight, there is that fear of, oh no, this type of thing is going to happen again. So I definitely struggle with that, and I self-sabotage, and I do all of those things, and then I have to work through all of that process. So fear isn't just doing something crazy like YouTube and putting your life out there. It's also those little things that, which is why I think I've personally just been heavy for as long as I've been heavy. You don't cook. Still, you don't cook. You keep, Carol, don't find it. Girl, quit looking. Don't look for it. And then Kim was talking about, because she starts having these crazy cravings, and I'm like, so they said that as you're losing the weight, whatever it took to gain that weight has memory in your fat, and it wants to come back.
I was like, wait, but I was craving gyros. I hardly ever eat gyros. I'm like, no.
When I came to visit you, we would go get gyros. Well, I know Victor and I always did. You took me to that one place that had really good gyros, and then every time I go to Boise, I have to go there.
The Gyro Shack.
The Gyro Shack.
And for some of you, you call it the Gyro Shack.
The gyro.
It's
not gyro.
Not gyro. Or gyro. Or gyro. It's gyro.
Me too, Anna.
Anna, you did the Greek keto thing, and yes. I was like, okay, we totally got to do that, because tzatziki, I'm sure, is low carb.
It totally is, because it's a yogurt. It's a yogurt and then herbs, so you're good. We
totally can do it without the pita.
Hey, Anna, we're ready. Go.
Let's do it. Let's see.
They used to be in the mall. So good.
Oh, a couple questions about Kira. Yes, we've heard from her. She's doing great.
Yeah.
She went camping with her family.
Yes.
She's sent a whole bunch of pictures.
Yes.
She looks super, super happy.
Super happy. She looks really happy.
Totally, she looks so good, and I think that this has been a great change for her. Yeah. So we will pass on all your guys' goodwill and questions.
Yeah, and she can still get on here, but she's not. So there's that. She doesn't miss us very much at all.
Yeah, we don't hear from her a whole lot. In fact, we were like, she hasn't even checked on Bobby. But she does send us pictures, so yeah. So that's been good. It's been good her spending time with her dad. So
yeah, it's been really good.
Heroes. Vicky thought we were saying heroes.
Oh. Just go to a fire station full of heroes.
Chuck likes your people.
Thanks, Chuck.
Sigh. When were you unattractive?
That one time.
We have our days. We have our moments.
It's usually because I'm in a bad mood.
That's so funny.
The guys here are older than me. Oh, hey, Robert, is it a real thing that you call firemen to come in and change the batteries in your fire alarm?
Because, yeah, we talked about that when I lived in Boise, and Heather came over. I was like, we should call the fire department and see if they'll change this battery.
Because I had really good friends that were in the fire department in Anacortes, and they were going around giving people batteries and checking it and da-da-da-da-da, and I was like, what? Is this a thing, or is this just here?
Yeah. Yep. So how many of you guys are coming for the meetup? I know Anna is.
Yeah.
I know Kelly is.
Yep.
I don't know who else on here is. So let us know if you're coming.
Anna said something well.
Anna's going to stay, I think, on our property.
She is. She's going to hang out with us. You guys will see her in videos.
Beautiful, not healthful. What? Never. They are both healthful all the time. Because their beauty shines from the inside to the outside.
Aww.
And we feel the same way about you, honey. That's why we were instant sisters.
Exactly.
Like instant friends.
See, that's the same. You can meet someone like Anna. We met her at Okie Homestead, and it was like immediate. This girl's in our pack. Like she is a sister from another mister. And then there's other people that you meet, and you're like, nope. You're coming, but only for the wedding, Robert.
Let's see. Chuck, you're not old. Like what? You're 55?
Yeah, that's not old because I'm gonna be 50 in August.
I think you.
What are we doing for my
I could
birthday,
be
guys?
wrong.
What are we doing for my birthday?
Yeah, so her birthday's in August. I think we should plan something.
The
Let's
17th.
plan a surprise party. Like Heather
Because
just
Heather
said, like,
loves surprises.
So we're gonna plan a surprise party right here in front of her.
Those are the best ones.
None of us are as old as Vicky. Vicky, age is just a number, honey. It's
Exactly.
like really, it doesn't really matter. Because inside, I'm 28.
Still because you're fun.
I'm between 28 and 32.
Yeah.
Kelly said tacos. You had me at tacos.
She knows how to get your attention.
I still don't know why Kimmy was excited. Tacos and firemen. Those are your topics.
That's 2 topics. You got her.
Let's see. I still don't know why Kimmy was excited to meet in Boise. Well, because it's so neat meeting people that we talk to. Like, you guys see us. We don't get to see you.
You guys are our regulars. So, like, we know you and we see your names and, like, you know, it's like, oh, yay. And then, so to meet you in person is, like, a really cool thing.
It really is. It's like, you know.
Ooh, Christina. Birthday's July 21st. You'll be 40.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Are you doing anything special? I wanted to go to Italy for my 50th birthday. Like, there's a women's motorcycle tour that they do. So you just show up. You have to get your international motorcycle license and show up. And they do it. It's a 7-day tour all around Italy.
You may want to rephrase that. I have to hide your comment because of your language, sir. Rephrase it.
But you know, because of I'm not gonna get the COVID shot, so I'm not going, and I'm building this instead with all my money.
Yeah.
With a tacos truck in tow.
I was 72 last Sunday, Vicky.
Oh,
that's awesome.
That's awesome.
So Carol, we absolutely will come visit you if we're ever near Indiana, honey.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna make a road trip someday and see everybody.
Christina, are you looking for land up here? Are you local? Where are you at?
Not really going to look at some land, hoping I get it for my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Com 252 just turned 70.
Yes.
Whoop whoop.
That's exciting.
That's amazing. We so appreciate you guys coming and being our
We
friends
do.
and
hanging out with us.
us.
It's really funny because if we could get better reception in the garden area, we would do lives from that area all the time, because pretty much every day we sit down and we like take a break and we just chit chat and talk, and we're like, man, if we could do a live right here if we had.
Still, I just want to harass you a little bit right now because you were giving us a hard time. It is an hour and 13 minutes, so we are 13 minutes over, sir.
Oh, Christina, you're in Kentucky.
We're doing it for you.
I'm so old, I can't remember my age.
Chuck, really? How old are you? I thought you were 55. Just Jerry, 55 going on 39 again and again and again.
Yeah, I quit.
Christine's in Kentucky too. Christina.
Oh, that's cool. I owned land in Elizabethtown for a hot minute.
Carl, yes, we've heard about Starlink. We're wanting it. We're coveting it. Yeah. But we don't have the money to get it. Mm-mm. So one of these days,
$600 down and then $110 a month, I think is what it is.
Yeah, so we just
right now
don't have that right
To be honest with you, I mean, yes, it's inconvenient when I miss a video or whatever. Going into the library is a very nice break. We get to sit in air conditioning and we upload and it's really fast and all of those things. So it's not that big of a deal to go. You know, as far as the amount of money that would need to come out, you know, $600 would possibly buy the spray foam for the shipping container. And, you know, I've still got to buy wiring and I've still got to buy all those things. So, you know, it's kind of one of those things that you have to, or at least I do, because I'm on a budget. I'm a disabled veteran. So it's just we don't make a lot off of YouTube right now. So
And I have no income coming in
Yeah.
at all.
So we're
Zero.
basically just, it's just a little bit here and there. And we purchased a bunch of things beforehand, or when we find something that's on sale or a good deal or whatever, we try to purchase that. And right now we're catching up on all of those things that we've already purchased or done, and got everything for instance, the garden and that kind of stuff.
Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. We're young hot chicks.
Thanks, Chuck.
My ritzy girl is hungry. Gotta go feed her.
Yes.
Oh, bye, Priscilla. Love
Bye,
you, honey.
Priscilla. Yeah, this road work is like a new thing. It's a bummer, and we were like almost 2 weeks ahead at one point, and then we got COVID, and so now we're trying to play the catch up game. And I'm not wanting to just put out footage that you guys have seen. Like, I want to put out footage that's going to do well, because I'm really trying to grow the channel, and I think we have a lot to offer to give people. I think. I just want to grow the channel, and I want to be a really positive influence on people that aren't a married couple. You know what I mean? There's a lot of married couples, and that's something that had stopped me a lot of, well, I'm going to have to go do all of this by myself, and I'm not strong enough. There's things that men are stronger than women, period. I'm not even going to have that conversation, but they are. Does it make me mad? Yes, it does. But they are. And so to have a man help with the things and then I don't have to think of all the things, like, that would be great to have a husband to do that with. But this is another option that works really, really well, and we're doing this. And we're having fun, we're enjoying life, we're in retirement we're in retirement, and this is an option for people who don't want to get remarried. And it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, couple of brothers, couple of friends, couple of military friends. There's a lot of veterans out there that seclude. And if you could just get another veteran buddy to hang out with you and do something like this, it's life-changing.
And if you don't have one, contact us.
Yeah.
We'll be your veteran buddies.
Exactly.
Mama, are you still in here? Want to make sure. You're not commenting. I have to make sure you're still here.
I was so afraid to do this alone that I missed it. I waited for over 2 decades. I was a single mom, so I kind of did things. I couldn't live in town. Emotionally, I could not live in town. So I bought land in Texas, and I started that one. And but I had a mobile home put on there, and I built my barn, and I did all those things. But so doing this, I was going to do this regardless. By myself, it just would have taken a lot longer, and it wouldn't have been as fun.
Yeah.
And I think
that's right.
Emotionally,
without me, it wouldn't be fun.
Emotionally, some days it's hard to get out there and work. And when you have someone to be like, all right, let's just go do this one little thing, and then we can stop. And that's how I work. I do one thing and I take a break. I do another thing, I take a break, and I have to do it that way, especially when it gets hot. But I think I know I have a lot of single women friends that are like, well, I just don't want to do that by myself. And I think if you put those feelers out there, and I've been talking to you for 10 years about come to my farm, just on and off, as far as
something like that.
So
Chicken Mama says, I want to watch, but sometimes the time difference throws me off from watching you guys consistently.
Yeah. And
Carol Katner says, yes, I'm taking care of 2-acre small homestead alone. Someday it would be nice to have some man muscle to help.
Yeah. It's, but I also feel like,
single woman friend here. Yay!
Yay!
I know us too, Anna. Oh, thanks, Robert.
Thanks, Robert. I think this is the other thing is, this is me and this is who I am. Like, I'm always going to be this. I don't care if I married somebody who was extremely wealthy and had all of their things. I am not going to be a princess in somebody's mansion. I'm going to be out here doing this. And this is literally who I am. It's like, no. So I have this real core belief of,
she might have some more equipment.
That's true. I'd have way more equipment, and possibly a helper, a rented helper. That's not how you say it though. Somebody would be hired to do some things.
She'd have a hired man. Like a pool boy.
You know, but as long as not like a pool boy. Not like a pool boy.
Okay, not like a pool boy.
You know, but being who you are, authentically being who you are, you're going to attract the right person. There's so many years that I became who they wanted me to be, and it didn't work out because it wasn't me, and I didn't get to do the things that I wanted to do. Or I felt like I couldn't. And again, that's not even like they put me in that position. I just turned in whoever they wanted me to be, and I quit being myself. So doing my thing, doing this thing, having it out there on YouTube,
finding
publicly.
Someone that likes you for this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Neck dirt ring and all.
We both had them.
We got in here this morning. I was like, oh, I got a neck dirt ring. Yeah. The goats would be in the pool.
Put Rooster in the pool.
Stock tank. You're so funny.
North Idaho's stock tank boy still says. Robert volunteers for the job. You're way over in Nantucket. Okay, Robert, if you moved here, maybe we could discuss terms. I see what you did there, Sil.
Suck up.
Getting your hands in the dirt helps ground you.
It does. It's a real thing. That's a real thing.
Chuck, are you coming to the meetup? Like, we would love to see you.
Yeah, you have a motorcycle. You can just get on it.
Yeah, come
Head
on
up this direction.
Put your dog on the back. What was your dog's name again? I always forget.
Ain't shoveling no snow.
Can't remember. You remember?
No, I remember my dog's.
I keep thinking name. Butch.
It's not Butch.
No, I know that because Butch was my dad's name and your dog's name.
Yeah. It's only a maybe.
If I move there, it's only a maybe. You know, if you moved here though, like you've been working your buns off with gardens and like all this stuff that you do. So
we could find all kinds of things for you to do.
You would be giving up a lot to move here.
We used to say you didn't have to shovel sunshine. Vicky, right?
Still, we might have the same dad because that was my dad's nickname too. Are you my long lost brother? What?
2 times tried to conform to what they wanted, not anymore. Me, I'm dirt and 2 weeks.
Dirt and 2 wheels.
2 wheels. Yep.
Same, Carol. Same. My back still hurts from shoveling snow 15 years ago, Jeff says.
We're a little bit worried because they're saying we're going to have a super heavy winter this winter, like way more than last winter. It may not be as cold as it got, but we're supposed to probably get a whole lot more snow. So we're a little concerned.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, a little worried about that.
Anna says we can put her to work, but she may need to take a break to go out to dinner. We're okay with that. Yeah, I think that'd be good.
They didn't come through. I still haven't gotten them, Robert. They may come through eventually later.
We have problems with that. Pictures not coming through.
And then when we get into town, they all come through.
It's like the emails. You know, as I look through the emails, there's notes, but there's no picture.
Yes, exactly. So you have to explain what's in the picture. So when we don't get the picture.
It was Punk, Butch, and Brutus. Oh. Mine was Chuck, Butch, and Skip. The 3 brothers. Butch, Chuck, and Skip.
That's funny.
And those weren't their real names. Those were their nicknames.
Their nicknames.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Isn't it? They were obviously born in the 50s.
Did you get the pictures of my candles? No.
No, Vicky. Did you send them to Heather? Because we can at yahoo.com. No farms. Make sure there's no farms.
Favorite home meal and restaurant meal. I feel like we're into talking about food now. Y'all are definitely related.
I don't know. It depends on the day for me.
Me too. I like Italian food. If I wasn't an alcoholic, I would like wine with my Italian food, but because of that.
I'm a Mexican food girl, but I
Yeah.
also like Greek. So
Yeah, I like Greek food too.
um,
But Italian is my absolute favorite.
depends on the day for me. Some days I want a gyro. Some days I want tacos.
Yeah.
But Mexican's usually my choice.
I actually really like Mexican food too. I don't like super spicy food, so I like mild Mexican food.
I like spicy so much that I put cayenne on my cottage cheese.
She does.
I like spicy. Anna just likes food.
Same. Yeah.
When it's colder out, we can have you guys over next time and make you guys my chicken and dumplings. That would be
Ooh.
great. Just make sure the mosquitoes are gone by then.
Yeah, girl, we can't do those
We
mosquitoes.
cannot do those mosquitoes.
Check and check. Oh, Anna, me, sweets, hardcore, same.
And I'm not. I'm a savory. Mine's cheese. I love every kind of form of cheese, as long as it's got flavor.
Yeah.
Bland ones.
She doesn't like the ones I like.
I'm not so much mozzarella or
I can-
provolone.
Those are my
They're
favorite.
just too bland
Yeah.
for me. They're like eating nothing.
Yeah, and I can't do sharp cheddar. She's like, "Oh, this is so good." I take
Okay.
a bite, and I'm like,
And not just sharp. It has to be like
Extra.
extra sharp. Like aged where it crumbles. Oh,
"Yeah."
that's like my
can't.
favorite. I could just eat that.
Steak and steak with
by
bacon. Yes, Sil, exactly.
Steak with bacon.
And I am a Texas girl, so I like lots of barbecue, lots of smoked meats, lots of all of that kind of stuff.
And me, barbecue is a very rare thing, but I do like smoked meats.
All right, guys, we're almost at an hour
I
and
need
a
a
half.
Denver omelet. I don't like green peppers.
Gouda's good. Smoked Gouda
Yes.
is amazing.
Yes.
Smoked Gouda on
Swiss and extra sharp. Yes.
French onion soup, like from
Mm.
scratch. It has to be from
Mhm.
scratch, like all up. You caramelize the onions, put
Mhm.
that all up in there. You put the smoked Gouda on the top with a little bit of the garlic bread. Oh yeah,
Deep fried feta. I've never tried that.
I've never tried that either.
Yep.
Swiss and extra sharp cheddar.
Yep. Yep. I like all
So
of those.
basically, we need a cheese cave.
Uh-huh.
That's all we need, a cheese cave. Huh.
Oh, with extra sharp mac
White
and
House
cheese.
and Post Falls makes the best.
We have a White House in Post Falls?
Yeah, and I feel like
And I'm thinking you
I
don't
can-
mean where the president lives.
brisket is some good stuff, Tammy. You
French
mentioned
salads.
Texas. Hello, ladies. And Charles, yes.
Hi, Charles.
Yes, because I'm in Texas.
Coke or Pepsi? Coke all the way. 100%.
Dr. Pepper.
All the way. Coke.
Dr. Pepper or root beer. I will
Coke or
drink
water?
the dew off the side of the can if I have to drink a Coke or a Pepsi.
Coke or water?
I'm hungry now.
Obviously, I am too. I'm eating my nuts. Oops.
Pepsi, Mountain Dew. There's a Mountain Dew. You don't drink Zevia.
I could never do Mountain Dew because of the name. It always made me think of pee in the mountains. And so,
Burnt
do it.
ends. Burnt ends are good.
What are burnt ends? What's that?
When you do brisket and then the ends get burnt. Am
Oh.
I right? Am
Yeah.
I good? Is that what you're talking about?
I do like Monsters.
Iced tea,
too.
big iced tea, big tea drinker.
I'll do Monsters every once in a while.
Can't Dr. Pepper, Alicia, yes.
Oh, what about RC Cola? So that's my second favorite, Coca-Cola or RC Cola. And is
Sweet peach tea. Mm.
it soda or is it cola? What do you guys call it? Where are you from?
I call it a soda. Or Dr. Pepper.
So when you order, hey, I want a Dr. Pepper,
Mhm.
it might not mean Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, if they don't have Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Pop.
Pop.
Ale 8.
Pop is another one.
Yeah.
See, it's
Oh, Charles, are you
Soda.
kidding?
What?
I feel like I should be there.
What happened?
There's a
brisket
competition next to him.
Oh,
They
that's
need to fly
awesome.
me in as a judge.
Hi, Tammy Lee.
Hi, Tammy. Oh, good night, Alicia.
Good night, honey. I hope things are well, honey.
Me
I'm
too.
thinking about you.
You've been in our prayers.
Yes.
All right, you guys. It's like an hour and a half.
Smoked ribs and 2 chickens last week. Rub it in, Bob. Rub it in.
Yes. Again. We've talked about this marriage thing. You can have it's the food. The food lulls me in. Black Friday, I'm definitely getting a smoker. Yeah, I have a green egg and I love it. Love it. It's a small one. They do have a generic one I'd love to get to compare.
That'd be a good video.
Yeah.
Are you trying to leave us?
Yes, because I have to go potty. I drank a bunch of tea.
You're welcome, Sil. Can't give us a hard time about no extra time.
Can't do that. But we are going to take off. So see you guys later. Bye.
Bye. Good night.